I think that most of the participants has understood that there's a need for action now. I can't say that they took full answers on their questions on what they can do. We had some very good contributions in these panels today about specific projects and measures and best practices that can be implemented. I think that we need some additional work with people from national administrations, from tourism companies, from NGOs, to work more on concrete actions. I don't want to say that concrete projects and actions do not exist. There are a lot of pilot projects implemented now, and there's no need to reinvent the wheel. But we need more awareness, we need more information to be given to the tourism stakeholders.
What does the UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, does? What is its relationship with World Tourism Organization and the Meteorology Organization?
Okay, let me say first that the United Nations World Tourism Organization and the World Meteorological Organizations are two international organizations. They are UN agencies, specialized UN agencies. UNEP is not an organization. UNEP is a program of the United Nations organization. So UNEP is directly working with the Secretariat. UNEP has a governing council that it's in this governing council ministers of tourism and ministers of environment participate, but it is directly under the United Nations organization, the UN. Now, the mandate of UNEP is to advance the need to advance the knowledge and practical approaches to confront the main environmental problems of today. So UNEP is the UN voice for the environment. Okay. Our big umbrella is the Millennium Development Goals. Every action actually under the UN system the last 10 years is under the Millennium Development Goals. The sustainable tourism is part of the Millennium Development Goals. Actually, the sustainable tourism is part of a solution to the Millennium Development Goals for environmental sustainability and for poverty alleviation. I just want to say that UNEP, UNWTO, UNESCO and other international organizations are participating all together in a big initiative that it's called the Sustainable Tourism Task Force, which is part of a broader UN initiative about sustainable consumption and production known as the Marrakesh process. So through the participation of all these agencies to the Sustainable Tourism Task Force, we try to increase the cooperation between us and have more coordinated and jointly actions. With the private sector, UNEP and our division has a long-lasting track of activities. If I go just to the tourism sector, I will say that many years ago, an initiative that it was supported and it's still supported by UNEP, UNWTO and UNESCO started, known as the Tour Operators Initiative for Sustainable Tourism Development. So this is one concrete activity we are doing with the private sector and with an association of tour operators, a group of tour operators that they were trying to mainstream sustainability into their operations. But there are a number of programs and activities in UNEP, at least in the tourism and environment unit, that they are focusing on capacity building by organizing local seminars for local communities regarding the tourism and climate change. We do have a program about disaster risk reduction in coastal tourism destinations, that it's actually something that is coming as a more frequent incident because of climate change. We are preparing guidelines for sustainable tourism planning in coastal zones. Beside the tourism agenda, UNEP is undertaking a number of other training seminars in the local level for a number of issues, including climate change.